64 Tauranga, New Zealand. We shared the land until the greater Sun people changed things. The Treaty of Respect was to be broken. Māori were to fight for their land. Thousands of British soldiers sailed into Tauranga's port. They wanted to take the land by force. The British sailed up the Waimapu River. They made camp preparing for the battle at the gate. Māori dug deep trenches. They also dug rooms under the ground at the pa. They made tall fences called palisades for protection. They were ready to defend their pa, their land. A young peaceful leader named Tenere Taratoa wrote up a code of conduct which included the enemy to be looked after if hurt in battle. However, the British Army just wanted to fight. The morning of the battle began. Over 2,000 British soldiers were to fight against 250 Māori. The sun did not shine, the wind blew and the rain fell as the cannons rolled into position. The British raised their flags and the Māori raised theirs behind the pa at the gate. The ground shook as the cannons thundered. The Māori chief stood on the hill braving the battle to encourage his warriors. His belief was that God would help defend their pa. All day the cannons fired until the British could see no one moving. The soldiers attached their bayonets and marched to the pa. All was quiet and still on the hill. The British were sure they had won the battle. Suddenly, the Māori raised out of the ground. They shouted a war cry. They raised their weapons. The British were frightened. The battle raged until the night fell across the land. It was dark, cold and still. Many were left in the dark to die. This is when the Māori stayed true to the code of conduct, even their chief. They gathered water for the enemies, not knowing if they would be killed. Māori took water to the British soldiers, doing good to their enemies. As the morning broke the darkness of night, the sun was to reveal a victory. Even though the Māori were outnumbered, they had won the battle at the gate. They stayed true to the code and brought honour to their people. 150 years later, we reflect on what was done right, respecting and following the code of truth. Respect and truth. This will always bring you honour and victory against the enemy.